This storyline reveals that the kidnapping mystery is far more dangerous and calculated than it initially appeared. While Peter Blake has been positioned as the obvious villain, the truth exposes him as a tool being used by someone far more powerful and manipulative behind the scenes. At first, all evidence points to Peter Blake as the mastermind. His criminal history, obsession with revenge, and pattern of manipulation make him an easy suspect. Law enforcement and the people affected by the kidnapping focus their anger and fear on him, believing they've identified the source of the threat. This allows the real kidnapper to stay hidden while chaos unfolds in Salem. The major twist comes when it's revealed that Peter is not acting independently. Instead, he is following orders, being blackmailed or psychologically controlled by someone else. This person orchestrates the kidnapping from the shadows, carefully setting Peter up to take the blame if things go wrong. Peter's role is to carry out specific actions, distract authorities, and keep attention off the true mastermind. The real kidnapper is far more dangerous because they operate with patience and strategy rather than emotion. Unlike Peter, who acts out of obsession and rage, this unseen figure thinks several steps ahead. They manipulate situations, people, and even Peter himself, ensuring that every move serves a larger plan. The kidnapping is not just about revenge or control, it is part of a broader trap designed to hurt multiple people at once. As the truth starts to surface, characters realize that their assumptions allowed the real villain to remain invisible. This creates guilt and fear, especially for those who believed stopping Peter would end the danger. Instead, the revelation makes it clear that the situation is far from over. The real kidnapper anticipated Peter being exposed and planned for it, meaning the threat continues even if Peter is captured. Peter's position becomes increasingly tragic. While he is still responsible for his actions, it becomes clear he was manipulated through his weaknesses. His need for validation, his past grudges, and his unstable emotional state. This does not absolve him, but it reframes him as a pawn rather than the ultimate enemy. His realization that he has been used may push him toward desperation, confession, or even betrayal of the true villain. The kidnapping itself takes on new meaning once the real mastermind is revealed. What once looked like a single crime is now understood as part of a psychological game. The real kidnapper wants power, fear, and control over Salem, using human lives as leverage. Every delay, false lead, and emotional breakdown was intentional, designed to weaken the people trying to stop them. This revelation raises the stakes dramatically. If Peter was only the front man, then the real kidnapper is still free, still watching, and still capable of striking again. The characters now face a race against time, not just to rescue the victim, but to identify and stop someone who has proven they can manipulate even the most dangerous criminals to do their bidding. Overall, this storyline shifts the narrative from a straightforward crime to a psychological thriller. The exposure of Peter Blake as a pawn rather than the mastermind deepens the suspense and expands the danger. It reinforces a classic Days of Our Lives theme. The most terrifying villains are not always the loudest or most obvious ones, but the ones who stay hidden, pulling the strings until it's almost too late.